Hello, Mr. White. All right, do we know what the results are from the mental health court?
So his case, he has been evaluated and the staffing is actually tomorrow. So they're gonna invite me, I'll participate in the staffing along with everyone else in the program. So I would assume there's a decision made by the end of the staffing.
All right, so I tell you what we can do. Are you available to come back next week?
Yes.
What is a good day for you? It has to be Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday.
Monday. I can come Monday, July 15th.
I think that's the 14th.
Oh, the 14th. Okay, I can do Monday. Monday. Let's do Monday.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. They're having staffing on him tomorrow for mental health court. So do we have room on our calendar for July 14th?
Yes.
All right, sir, we're gonna bring you back on July 14th. All right, do you have any questions about anything?
Well, I have court on the 10th of May.
That's for his misdemeanor, and so the plan is if he's entered into the felony program, they're gonna hold that in abeyance.
Okay,
And I'm gonna sit and talk to him now for a few minutes.
all right, thank you. Have a good day, okay? You're welcome. Thank you. Who's here on Travis Smith?
I am, Your Honor.
Who said I am?
I am, yes.
Ah. All right, so what is happening with Mr. Smith?
Okay.
Where's Mr. Smith? Come down, Mr. Smith.
Now,
What is happening on the motion to revoke?
okay. Currently,
Oh, no problem. So what's happening on the motion to revoke?
apparently the court had made, the woman named Bernadette Contreras had talked to the court about she's with the fugitive recovery people, and she had made an agreement with the court that court would reset him for compliance. He would do some AANA meetings and make some payments on his outstanding fees and fines and submit some clean UAs. And then before he could start that, he got arrested on the MTR. So we're hoping that the judge will grant the reset and give him the compliance hearing so that he can catch up and take care of it.
Oh, no, the compliance hearing thing, that was a compliance hearing set in April.
Judge, the hearing wasn't actually set. So before we could get it on the docket and so forth, working with the first fugitive task force, he was trying to show some progress to the court. So he was working on doing some things. And before everything happened, before we can show that progress and get it on the docket as a compliance hearing, he was arrested for the MTR.
All right, so this is my suggestion to parties. Let's proceed with the motion to revoke and let's see where we are. And everybody can present whatever they want to present to the court and the court will make a ruling. If y'all want to do that, or if y'all want to set it for contested, whatever y'all want to do. But if y'all will confer and let me know.
We have confirmed.
All right, thank you. So,
We have conferred, yes, Judge.
so what's happening with the motion to revoke? Are we going forth on the motion to revoke?
I believe, Mr. Hicks, did you want to ask for, was it a compliance or are you ready, Mr. Hicks, now?
I would like to delay the motion result to allow for him to complete to do the compliance. The stuff that you wanted for the compliance hearing. he is being revoked because of lengthy failure to report. He said that when he first,
I mean, was he in like a coma or something?
not exactly,
I mean, I don't understand the not reporting.
okay, and that's the hard part to explain. The
Okay.
first couple of times, he didn't have any money to pay his fees. He says, the probation officer said, if you don't pay your fees, we're gonna revoke.
All right, so it sounds to me like you
Sure.
all need to have the motion heard and then he can plead true or not true. If he pleads true, I'll hear whatever explanation people want to present to me and then I'll make a ruling. Or if y'all want to set it for contested, we'll set it for contested.
If we set it for contested and he performs the conditions that the judge had ordered for his compliance, that affect,
I mean, I don't know. Because I haven't seen anything. I'm just gonna deal with what's in front of me. I can't tell you how I'm gonna rule before I hear everything.
I'm not understanding what's in there.
Y'all, so here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a motion to revoke.
Yeah, I just,
All right, you are on deferred adjudication for burglary habitation.
yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is up to 20 years in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
They have allegations in this motion to revoke certain things that you have not done.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know any facts, right? I don't know if you've done these or not done these, but they're alleging that you've tested positive. They've alleged that they haven't seen you perhaps since 2019.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, and they said that you didn't report your change of address and you haven't been attending your AA meetings. So those are the allegations that are in the motion to revoke.
Okay,
So with regards to those allegations in the motion to revoke, you can either plead true to them or not true to them. If you plead not true to them, what's going to end up happening is it will be set for a contested hearing. What that means is that the state has to prove their case. And with motions to revoke, their burden of proof is not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. All right. It's a lesser burden of proof that they have.
yes, ma'am.
And I will listen. And if I believe they've proven their case, then I will find it true. And then I will hear, if they say we want revocation, or if they say they want you to be continued, then your counsel can present information. I'm assuming he's going to say he wants you to be continued, but here's the thing. Motions to revoke and being on probation, those are contracts with the court.
Yes, ma'am.
So if the state says we want him continued and your client and your defense attorney says he wants you continued and probation says he wants you continued, I don't have to do it.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can still revoke you and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. I can't have your attorney or the state say, oh, this is everything that was going on. What would you do if we presented this information to you?
I understand.
That's not the way it works. I would just sit here, listen to whatever argument people want to bring me, and then I'll make a decision on whether to revoke you or to continue you.
I understand now.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, so if you'll discuss that with your attorney, then let me know what you all want to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who's here on Paul David Marceau? Yes.
contested hearing, how long would you give us?
10 days. All right, come forward. All right, who's the prosecutor on Paul David Marceau? All right, thank you. So where are we on discovery?
We were waiting on an EDU. I have emailed Ms. Lauren Glasscock to get a copy of that EDU for defense. I've told defense this. I have not heard back from Ms. Glasscock yet, but that should not be such a time-consuming thing to just get that EDU for defense. I noticed that there was a note that said follow up on this, but I didn't see notes that it was requested.
Okay.
So I have officially requested it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, this is going to be the last discovery date. Can I have a 30-day reset for discovery, please? That's 30 days? July 24th? All right, will y'all be able to have it July 24th?
The state believes we could, and I will email it over to the Norton firm as soon as I get it.
All right, July 24th for discovery.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, then I have before me a motion to travel.
The state has not seen that motion just yet.
All right, so if you'll confer with the state on that.
Thank you. You can have a seat.
Who's here on Terrell Allen? Hello. Good morning, Mr. Allen, come down. All right, have you had a chance to confer with the state?
We have.
All right, who did you confer with?
Prosecutor was just up here, he just stepped out front.
All right, I tell you what, let's wait for the prosecutor to come back.
Okay.
When he comes in, just approach.
Okay.
All right, sir, just have a seat. We're waiting for the prosecutor to confer with your attorney.
Just a minute.
Who's here on John? Thank you. I mean, has he been brought out? Oh, he's in, on bond. Who's the attorney for Mike Hernandez? Come forward, please.
We've been in the conferring stage and now we
Mhm.
come to better and greater information that narrows down the issue and the opportunity to maybe get this thing resolved. So the offer that was expressed this morning, we need some time to go through it. And I think this case may be resolved if we could get about 30 to 45 days or so.
No. Ms. Ferguson? Set this for, how old are you, sir?
41.
All right, Norma, set this for a plea deadline date for July 28th, please.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
All right, once he signs the reset form, he's excused.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And thank you for remembering the day, too.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Mr. Marceau, that was the motion to attend church, and it looks like you granted it back in June, so.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, so it's already been granted?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
so thank you.
All right, thanks. All right, did y'all finish conferring on John Anthony Martinez? All right, okay, thank you. Janesha Walker?
Do you want my client up here as well?
Yes.
Ms. Walker? There she is.
Why were you late?
I was in line outside.
All right, so let me explain something to you. Just like attorneys, judges are attorneys, and sometimes we have training we must attend to. And when you are late, what ends up happening is, if there's another judge sitting on the bench, you know what would end up happening?
No, ma'am.
You'd be going to jail because they would do a bond forfeiture. And there are some judges who come and sit in my court. You know what they do? They call the docket. And if you come in after they pass your name on the docket, guess what ends up happening?
Go to jail.
Yep, you go to jail. So your time to be here in court is at 9 a.m. And if you're not here at 9 a.m., what's going to end up happening is a warrant is going to be issued. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
All right. So today is the plea deadline date, is it not?
It is, Judge. The state is requesting additional time to look into a few things. We've been in plea negotiations with the state and they are asking for just a little bit additional time.
All right. Who are you conferring with?
Ms. Galloway, Judge.
All right. State, how much time are you requesting?
Judge, if we get 30 days, Ms. Russell did provide me some more information further investigation.
All right. And do you have all of your discovery?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Ferguson? I need a 30-day reset for plea deadline date. This will be your final plea deadline date. All right, August 5th, and I need an acknowledgement of discovery signed.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm out of county and on that day. I can do any other day that week.
All right, Norma, set it for August 4th. All right.
Thank
Just
you.
have a seat. She'll bring the reset form to you. And state, I need an acknowledgement of discovery.
Yes. Bill, Richard's dish calls.
Just give me a moment.
Yes.
Lacey Strunk.
In the box, come here. Stay right there, lady, until dish calls you. Have a seat until the dish calls.
All right. So who's the prosecutor?
I was,
All right, this is family violence, violation of protective order.
actually, concerned.
All right, so have you conferred with the defense?
Not this morning, if we could have just a few
All
moments.
right, if you'll have a seat, your attorney's going to confer with the state. And then I'll take it up, okay?
Okay, thank
Thank you.
you.
Okay, on this one, they're not ready. Who's here on one? Alberto Martinez? Good morning. Hello, Mr. Martinez. How are you doing this morning?
Good, fine, ma'am.
All right, counsel, where are we on discovery?
Judge, I filed another letter this morning. Well, actually, I filed it Sunday. I gave a copy to, the prosecutors this morning. They're having problems finding their file on,
All right, could I see the letter?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me just a moment.
Sure. And who's the attorney on Mount Castle? Could you see if you can get the attorney here on Mount Castle, please? Because she's here.
A little more big.
I wonder this little bit too.
Yeah, I'm trying, it's this is a very big will sheet.
Yes, and where.
Ms. Mount Castle, just give us a moment, please. And I'm gonna mute you on your end. Hi. All right, so State, do you know where your file is?
We called our clerk. I believe it's supposed to be upstairs. Besides leaving the court and going to check, that could be the last thing. We do have a copy of the discovery motion defense is talking about. I have conferred with defense things we're gonna look into, but as physical location, no. We tried contacting our clerk.
All right. Council, we can recall this for tomorrow and the state will make sure that the file is here.
Okay, that's fine, Judge. I think we probably will have enough information in the next 30 days.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for tomorrow. And they'll make sure the state's file is here.
Sure,
So
Judge.
we'll know that it exists.
Okay, and the court can keep that copy of that motion if you desire to.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You know, in the words of Pharaoh from the Ten Commandments, if the file is here, bring it in change. If it's a myth, bring it in a bottle. We'll see what happens.
See you tomorrow. Take it. Yeah.
Yes,
Excuse, Your Honor.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, thank you. Yeah, thanks. Okay, we're gonna see what they request. All right, Norma, do you have the attorney on Mount Castle? All right. What are you waiting for?
That's a Gumaro, it's a Mejia Ortega, it's a. Yeah, Gumaro Mejia Ortega.
Thank you, Ms. Rockmore. Tomorrow.
All right, Mr. Miss Mountcastle,
Yes,
we're just waiting for your attorney.
Charlie and Don Patel.
I hope he's gonna be here because I was supposed to be here this morning. And I missed it because I had to clean up.
No, that's okay. Your attorney's gonna be here, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Just be
I'm glad to
patient.
finally be here because it's been canceled so many times.
All right, well, what I can tell
I've
you
never
is,
been in jail before.
all right, what I can tell you is that hasn't been canceled on my end. That has to do with your attorney possibly. So just be patient with us. We're waiting for your attorney. Your attorney is Anthony Cantrell. And it
Yes,
shows
I
that's the
am.
person that you hired. So just wait for him, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. And Norma, Michael Bellevue is zooming in again. Can you see where his client is? They're supposed to be by Zoom, Essex? Yes, sir.
They're ready to proceed.
All right, just give me one moment. All right, everyone, just give me 2 minutes.
Would you just lift put that up, please? Excuse me? Put that, please, lift them up. You can't. They're adjustable. Okay, now. You can't tell, where is he? I'm glad to finally be here. Excuse me? I'm glad to finally be here.
Here we go to Colorado. But. Overall, we probably got a lot of it's working on software.
Dear God, I hope he shows up. I hope he shows up.
Attention all units, all officers. Ensure you complete all your tasks at this time. All units, ensure you complete all your tasks on Odyssey at this time.
I can try, maybe show up.
Are they talking to you, miss? Are they talking to you?
I pray.
Are they talking to you?
No, I'm praying. In Jesus' holy name and God's holy name, I pray that they can trust you.
W Ochoa 6938. W Ochoa 6938.
Almighty God, pray for a good outcome to my kids. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
All right. Gamaro, Mejia Ortega. I'm gonna learn how to pronounce the first name.
Well, apparently they had his names backwards, which is.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
so I've been conferring with Ashley, today's our plea bargain deadline.
Yes.
But I wanted additional time because I haven't had time to review all the evidence, and I think there's some potential changes in the plea bargain that may lead to the case working out. I would just ask for an additional 30 days. I just got out on this case in April. The case is old because apparently it was filed at large.
Sure, I think it's.
And he came back from Mexico. There's an ice hold as well.
So August is gonna be your final plea deadline date.
That's all I need.
It will not be extended past that point. Ms. Ferguson, I need a date in August for a plea deadline date, please. All right, August 4th is gonna be your plea deadline date. The plea deadline date will not be extended further. Do you understand? All right, thank you. Do you have any questions about anything?
No. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. And Norma, can you call Anthony Cantrell, please? Okay. All right, is there a defense attorney in here who has Anthony Cantrell's cell phone? Can somebody text him and tell him he needs to be in the 187 district court, that his client is here on Zoom?
That's the same. I don't know how you feel, cause like me, I like find 45 minutes.
All right, thank you.
But
Thank you.
I don't know how many more.
Let's see.
That's the thing, that I gotta go get them, I gotta send them to the
Yes.
corridor, and then I'm taking them back.
Logan, we got a status conference on 729 in Mag Court. You know, we're waiting on a psych report, but they're not bringing him up. And so I don't know, Judge, but it's been hours.
I said I was normal, but I was.
Have him on by Zoom. They're gonna
What?
put him on by Zoom.
Oh, Judge.
Here's the thing, attorneys, your clients need to be here so they can know what's going on.
Routine reset.
No, it's not routine. It's not routine. So everyone, let me just tell you, this is how you all can make my job easier. For clients, this is not routine for them. This is their life. They want to be seen. They want the judge to see them, to speak to them. That's all I'm trying to do. They're gonna bring your client by Zoom. Norma, can you have his client by Zoom, please? Daryl Payne. And who's your client?
Terrell Allen. You
All right,
talked to
just give me 1 second and I'll call you right up.
I think the first and most informative in this very
Okay,
interesting file is
Honorable Your Highness, Your Honor,
so awesome.
Stephanie, I really need my brother. I will be
No,
compliant.
just 1 second. They're gonna give me an update.
Oh,
Yes.
Judge, all of the evaluations have been completed on Mr. Payne. Unfortunately, at this time, we don't have a solid placement for him. The behavioral health person, director, she was here a little bit earlier, and she indicates that at this point, they are recommending that he just go back with his brother. And once he is back with his brother, they will have a mental health behavioral specialist go to his home and do the treatment there. Immediately upon release, they will have all of the services available to him.
All right, so stay
Yes, Judge.
with Mr. Payne. The whole issue has been that he'll be released. He goes with his brother, he disappears, and then we're back here. So we've been trying for a while to get something stable for him. So they're saying that he can be placed back with his brother. My understanding, the brother wants him placed back with him,
Yes.
and that they will actually do services at his home. So do you have any objections to his being released with that being the plan?
No, Judge, the state does not.
All right, so that's what we'll do then.
Okay, Judge.
So you'll be released. You're probably gonna be released at midnight. I have no control over when you're
That's
released.
right.
I'm not in charge of the
I
jail.
understand, Mr. Young.
All right, so make sure you call your brother. I think you can still do collect calls.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so call your brother and let him know that you're being released, and let your brother know that someone is going to be coming to his home so that they can make sure that you're on your medications and abiding by everything.
Yes, ma'am. I will do right, Stephanie. The
Okay,
last time when I left, I wasn't able to do chores because I wasn't able to walk, but I'm regaining my strength. I tell you, I'm regaining my strength every day. I'm getting stronger.
all right, but
I'm able to walk now.
okay, but here, that's a good thing, but here's the main thing. You need to take care of your mental health, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
So the caseworker is going to come out. If there's something with your medications and it has side effects where you don't feel good with it,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
need to let your doctor know and let the case manager know.
Yes, ma'am. Well, Stephanie,
Don't disappear on
I
us.
promise I won't. Y'all, I don't really behind it. Y'all definitely would.
All right, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And
Bless life.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. Vashawn, if you'll just,
Yeah, make sure.
yeah, and see, do you think we need to do a status or anything on him once he's placed?
I think it'd be good to bring them back in, maybe 30.
All right, hold him for 1 second. Norma, can I have a 30-day reset on Mr. Payne? All right, so need the reset form. Mr. Payne, we're gonna call you back to court on August 4th. You're gonna get released today,
Yes, ma'am.
but we're gonna recall you back on August 4th to see if that everything is going okay, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Deputy Mitchell, 5661, Deputy Mitchell, 5661.
Have a seat, Sheriff.
All right, yes, that's fine. And what page is Payne on? All right, thank you. All right, counsel, if you'll come up. And what is your client's name again, please?
Carol Allen.
All right, so Mr. Montcastle, Ms. Montcastle, your attorney is now here. He's going to confer with the state, and then when he's ready, we'll have him approach.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to confer with my attorney as well, please.
All right, thank you. Just give us a moment. Terrell Allen.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm alive.
Oh, yeah. Are you all ready to proceed? No problem. So y'all are proceeding on the motion to revoke?
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2015 CR 3927 State versus Terrell Allen. Can I have parties announce?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas.
Brad Thornton, Mr. Allen.
And are you Mr. Allen?
Yeah.
All right. Are you the same Mr. Allen who was placed on community supervision in 2015 CR 3927 for the offense of burglary of a habitation on March 19, 2019 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Judge, we also have.
Ms. Mountcastle, what are you doing? Ms. Mountcastle.
Okay, yes.
There's another motion to revoke.
Oh, there's a second motion?
No, there's a second case. It's a DWI.
Oh, I have it. And the court is also calling 2019 CR 10147W. Did you review the motion to revoke community supervision in that case as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Terrell Allen who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 10147W for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on October 11, 2019 for a term of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And excuse me, could I get a file stamp for motion to revoke? And state, are you proceeding on the same allegations in each motion?
Yes, Judge. The state intends on proceeding on one, waiving and abandoning, if you would, when the state can make that announcement.
All right, you may proceed.
So
Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Payne.
for cause number 2015 CR 3927, the state will proceed on violation of condition number 2, but the state will waive and abandon the other violations alleged.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Your Honor.
And then in cause number 2019 CR 10147W, the state will proceed on violation of condition number 2 and waive and abandon the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and state if you'll read the violation into the record, please.
Yes, violation number 2 for both cause numbers on or about the 24th day of February 2022 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Terrell Allen, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the supervision officer and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that violation in each of the cause numbers, true or not true?
Sure, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2 and cause number 2015 CR 3927, the court could find it true, grant the motion and sentence you up to 3 years in the prison? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2? Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. And cause number 2019 CR 10147W, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion and sentence you up to 8 years in the prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 8?
Condition number 2.
I'm sorry, condition number 2. Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with your plea of true to violation of condition number 2? All right, then the court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge.
Yes.
It is different recommendations for the 2 cause numbers. For cause number 2015 CR 3927, the state is recommending termination unsuccessful, but defendant has already been sentenced on that one. The recommendation for cause number 2019 CR 10147W, the state is recommending continued probation, but to complete state ISF cognitive track followed by ISP.
All right, so are you saying that he's already been sentenced in cause number 2015 CR 3927?
The state does see that this is the second MTR and defendant was adjudicated from deferred.
Okay.
That's what we're under the impression of.
Yes, no, he's on regular probation or community supervision. And so his maximum sentence is 3 years in that cause number. So probation?
Judge, on that cause number, that case expired March 18th of 2022.
Oh.
The court is aware of that.
All right, so and cause number 2015 CR 3927, the court is finding it true. The court will terminate you unsatisfactorily. And just one moment. All right, so then let's move on to the 2019 CR 10147W. State you're requesting ISF?
Yes, Judge, cognitive track followed by ISP.
All right. Defense?
Your Honor, Mr. Allen, back in 2022, that was the day where there was an extremely bad snowstorm that occurred. And so they called him in to do a test, and he expressed that he didn't feel like he could do it safely that day and wanted to do it a different day. And so he made the decision not to do that. My client, all of the evaluations, we looked at it, but probation has never been evaluated for mental health issues. Yet in dealing with him and talking to his family, he definitely has severe issues. He's been diagnosed, my understanding from dealing with his family, with bipolar depression, as well as what I can see in my interactions with him is that very high levels of ADHD, being able to focus. And so what happened on that day was he was extremely worried, didn't know what to do, panic, couldn't deal with all the problems going on in his life, and decided to freeze and not know how to deal with that. And he hasn't had any issues since then. We think that the proper thing to deal with in the situation is to address those mental health issues now, and that he would be successful in the remaining terms of his probation, and that's what the freeze up was. It wasn't an issue of him using or being dirty. It was him legitimately being afraid because of the conditions on that particular day in terms of being icy. And so we think that this is an appropriate way to remedy both of those situations, is to continue letting him be successful, but also with a cognitive track addressing the issues.
Thank you, may be excused. Yes. Yes.
On the icy day, I have two kids, right? Of course, the kids have a mom. Mom was in middle school while mom was at the hospital. I only had me. It was me, the two kids, right? And of course, everyone seems say the last dance with Julia Roberts, or yes. Okay, yeah. I can't drive, you know. I don't want to take my kids to you can't take your kids anywhere, can you? No, so I mean, I was arguing with the probation officer. I was like, can I please go tomorrow? She's like, no, Mr. Allen, I have to go.
Okay, so here's the thing. You've been missing since 2019.
For this day.
So, but here's the thing. 2019, do the math. How many years have expired since 2019 and you still haven't come in? The only time you came in was because you were arrested.
22.
Right, Your Honor. And in dealing, and we can present testimony on this, Your Honor. I've talked to his family, interviewed them.
No, I'm just trying to let him know
Right.
that what he's given me are excuses.
Absolutely.
And these are life. This is life, right? Everybody has different things they have to do in life, right? Now you have some people who say, oh, I'm not going to go to the store today. I'm not going to do this, but there are no real consequences for that. I mean, you don't have something to eat that day. But the consequences are you could potentially go to prison. So since from 2019 to now, have you gone to the grocery store?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you found a way to do that, but you didn't find a way to contact your probation officer and come in. Since 2019 to now, have you taken your children to school? So you haven't taken them to school. So that means somebody else was taking them to school. So you could have come in. So don't come to me with excuses because you haven't done anything since 2019. You understand? Probation, what are you requesting?
Judge, the recommendation on and state item.
I mean, he hasn't been around since 2019.
We're under the impression it was 2022 when he filmed.
All right, so that's still not good because that's 3 years.
He was on the very last end of drug court. In fact, he was waiting for the certificate to graduate from the drug court.
No, and see, that's the other thing with drug court. I know they give people chances, and I know from drug court, and you correct me if I'm wrong, when you don't show up for something for drug court, they don't immediately put you out of the program. Yeah.
Your Honor, and
But they can't help you if they don't see you.
I appreciate you for recommending me to drug court, because that helped me out in my adult life, my whole life, really, discover a bunch of things. I didn't realize I had a problem. I always thought like, like, oh, I don't have, I just didn't want to stop, And
No, I
finally-
told you you had a problem. That's why I sent you to drug
And
court.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. It did help me out tremendously. It's like, I always thought I was Superman. It's like, how many times have you heard, I'm pretty sure I get this a bunch, right? It's like, hey, man, you sound white. I'm like, I speak English.
No, I don't get people saying I sound white. If they say I sound white, then that's their prejudice that's coming out.
Mhm.
Because what does that mean to sound white? What are you trying to say?
I get it all the time, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
He's talking about himself, Your Honor.
No, okay, so he needs to sign the trial court certification. He hasn't signed that. Oh. And probation, did he pay the $57 restitution to SAPD?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, state.
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court is going to grant the motion. Do y'all want to speak to years? His minimum is 8 years.
Judge, that is the full range. The state has no comment on the range.
Huh?
All right, thank you. Maybe excuse. Yes,
Have you be permitted to present some brief testimony?
sure.
Okay, I'd like to call Pamela Williams.
Ellen?
Pamela Williams.
You're back again.
They call her-
Hello. Hi. Hi. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Pamela Williams,
All right, defense, you may proceed.
How are you related to Mr. Allen?
my grandson.
And you've been part of his life the past 10 years.
Yes.
And so when he first was placed on probation and then did not go in probation, what type of things did you see in terms of what was going on in his life and his ability to deal with problems?
Well, Terrell has been having, we've been telling him Terrell has been having mental problems for a while. He don't deal with things good, depression, bipolar episodes, different things like that. We've been trying to get him to deal with. I think I spoke to you and told you that he just needs some help, As far as I know, I've been trying to help him. He says he's gonna do one thing, and then, he bounces back from another. So we've been trying to help Terrell get this thing situated. But I think Terrell needs some help. I'm his grandmother. If I thought, I'm this type of grandmother. If I thought he was a menace to society, I'd tell y'all, do what you gotta do. But Terrell needs some help, mental help, Judge.
Mhm.
He really does. And sometimes they hide things from me. I'm grandma.
Mhm.
But I've noticed things, he's been through really bad depression. But I think he just needs some mental help. And
Let me ask you, there's a time where he was making poor decisions with the
Mhm.
burglary and the DWI.
Mhm.
Have you seen changes in him where he's staying out of trouble and not hanging out with the bad friends?
he's changed. He's changed. He's so changed. He stayed locked up in a room all day. And so we were even afraid that he was gonna, do something. He's changed. He's really changed, but he just needs some mental help.
Have you seen the alcohol or the drug issues that were
No,
going on?
no. He doesn't have any.
and you saw that before,
Sure, yeah, I saw it before.
and you haven't seen that now.
No, because I told him when you're a child, you behave as a child, but become a man, you gotta put away some things. So I haven't seen those things, and like I say, he really does, Your Honor, he has some problems, some issues that are not, I say, a menace to society. I think he just needs some help.
Mhm.
And I tell them, I'm the type of grandmother that I tell them the truth about things. Like I'm telling you the truth. I really think he needs some mental health. Terrell is not, I guess you hear this all the time. Terrell is not a bad boy.
Mhm.
He's not. And I just think he needs some help. And we asked, that's just,
And if whatever the judge decides to do, whether it puts him in prison and he gets out or gives him the help, you don't see the problems in him that were going on back with it. So you're not concerned about alcohol or drug abuse
no, not at all.
or the criminal behavior.
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, I pass it.
Not at all.
All right, any questions?
No questions from the state, Carol.
All right, so this is what I want you to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate your coming down and telling me things about him,
Yes, ma'am.
but I don't want you to go away thinking that help wasn't offered to him. Because the felony drug court where I sent him, they have a dual diagnosis problem. So they check for mental health issues. They will give them mental health help. They will give them help with their drug addictions. They do all of that. It is a global wraparound service for people who are in that program. And that's why I sent him there. And felony drug court is different, and these treatment courts are different from different courts, right? From your regular courts, I should say. Now, of course, based upon my knowledge, I will use what I've learned from the different treatment courts in this court sometimes. You know, I see if somebody has mental health issues or if they have a drug issue, then I try to get them help for that.
Right.
And I always tell people, if you have a drug issue, mental health issue, and you let me know about it and I don't give you anything to help with that, then that's my fault. But if you tell me, I'm fine, there's nothing, right? So with regards to your grandson, I knew the issues he had because he was on probation in this court for 2 cases. And that's why I sent him to felony drug court instead of revoking him at that time. Now, felony drug court, when people miss reporting and they go missing, because sometimes people will, what they say, fall off the wagon, go back to their old ways. They will do their best to work with them and try to find them. They have probation officers who will go out to wherever their old haunts were. They will walk, they will go on corners, everything to try to find them, to get them back in compliance before they issue a motion to revoke. So when these treatment courts do a motion to revoke, they've tried everything. There's nothing else for them to do. So I want you to understand that he was offered the help and he was in felony drug court and he didn't follow through.
May I speak?
Sure.
Well, I was thinking sometimes they don't really, you say you need help. Everybody say they need help. But sometimes it takes a while for them to realize that they really need help. I mean, really, seriously. For a long time, he didn't think he needed any help.
Oh, no, I understand. That is why.
Everybody was saying he needed help.
No. That is why when he picked up a new charge, because he was previously here for a different felony case, and then he ends up picking up a DWI. That's why I didn't revoke him, because I knew he needed help.
Right.
And that's why he went to felony drug court. And felony drug court is intensive. They have something they have to do every single day. So, you know, you can only offer somebody so much help, and then when they don't follow through, they don't follow through.
Like I said, I think Terrell didn't know.
Okay.
I'm serious, because we've been telling him for years that you need help.
Yeah.
But I think he was in the mindset that I don't really think I need help.
Okay.
You know, and I know you said you probably send him different places and you saw it, I saw it.
Yeah.
His parents saw it, but I think he just finally began to see it. And he really needs help.
Okay.
He really needs help. And I'm asking you, he really needs help.
All right.
Well, give him a chance.
Well, I appreciate you for coming down and telling me things about your grandson.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any other witnesses?
No, the witnesses, no.
All right. If you'll come forward. All right. So, Mr. Allen, you know that the court has given you a chance, more than one chance.
You helped me out a lot.
Yeah, you were on probation, then you picked up a new felony, then I sent you to felony drug court. And felony drug court, they have a dual diagnosis program to work with you with mental health, to work with you with drug issues. Felony drug court, when you, and anything I'm saying, if it's incorrect, let me know.
I don't think my grandmother was.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about, I'm just,
Yeah, no,
what I'm
no.
saying now, if what I'm saying is incorrect, let me know. Felony drug court, when you get out of compliance and you go missing, they send people out to try to find you, to bring you back in.
I felt love Judge drug court.
Okay.
Judge Glenn for mayor, you know, I love Judge Glenn.
All right, so. Yeah. Okay. All right, the court is going to grant the motion. The court is going to order therapeutic community, give you credit for any time served. How much time are you asking for, counsel?
With credit for time served,
Yeah, you get credit for time served.
we haven't. I haven't
So the
figured
range
that
of punishment for him is anywhere from 2 to 8 years. How much are you asking for?
Oh, in terms of being sentenced, okay,
Mhm.
we're asking for 2. And let me tell you why we're asking for that, Your Honor, is because you heard from the testimony that, you know, he's turned his life around. He just has an extremely poor decision-making process. And we think the sooner he gets back in society, the sooner he can build off of where he is now, which is understanding of what's going on. And I think if the court chooses to punish him with that, which we would understand and appreciate, the lowest number to allow him to jump back into society, see his kids and build off of the good place he is in his life right now would be the best thing for him. So we're asking for 2 years. Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. I request the therapeutic community for you. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
We just now talked about it, Your Honor. I can go over it.
All right, because this is a because this is not a plea bargain agreement, you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you when you're released from prison. If you need anything and I'm here and you need help, just let me know.
May I ask how much back time I have?
Sure. Huh?
May I ask?
We'll find out. I'll tell you.
All right, is the person here on Travis Smith? Lacey Strunk?
Yes. Yes.
The drunk. Yeah. Right in the middle, kind of the mic.
All right.
No, and the judge is ready to.
Hi, what is happening with this case?
Well, Your Honor, I filed a motion to set a bond on
Okay.
Ms. Strunk here.
Are you ready to proceed on the motion to set bond?
Yes, Your Honor, the state does have a recommendation.
All right. And have you all reached a recommendation or no?
We have not, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 0003008, State versus Lacey Strunk. Can I have parties announced?
Ashley Jones for the state.
Nelson Skinner for the defense, Your Honor.
And are you Miss Strunk?
I'm Miss Burns now, but yes, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry?
I'm Miss Burns now, but it was previous.
All right, it says Lacey Burns Strunk. Is that you?
Yes.
All right, defense, you filed a motion requesting a bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and state you're ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
I do. I would like to call Diane England. And
all right, Diane England, if you'll come forward, please.
Over here.
All right, and
Mayberry.
Just one at a time.
Oh.
And to the clerk?
Yes.
I don't have the thing on Strong.
Strong.
Yes, the docket statement. All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Diane.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Ms. England, you know, Lacey Burns Strunk, don't you?
Yes, sir.
How's that?
She's my daughter.
She's your daughter? Where was she brought up at?
In San Antonio.
Here in San Antonio?
Yes.
Is that where you were brought up at?
Yes, actually in Adkins, right outside San Antonio.
Adkins? That's still in Bear County. isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And you have family members who were here before you? Your parents? Or your grandparents? Were they living here
Oh,
in Bear
yes, sir.
County as well?
Yes, sir. All of my family's from here.
For how many generations back have y'all?
Oh, since my great great grandfather came from Germany, I guess.
Has Lacey Strunk ever, she's been residing here all her life?
Yes, sir.
Has she ever indicated a desire to leave Bear County?
Never.
Has she's never threatened to move or
No,
even
sir.
consider it?
No, sir.
Okay.
All right, let's go off the record for a moment. So in the defense motion, he says that she's accused of contacting the complainant about returning the children's coats for cooling weather when he refused to communicate through a third party. Is that what this case is about?
It is.
Yes, sir.
All right, so here's the thing. Step back for a moment. Oh, no, just have a seat.
Oh.
Also, are we proceeding on a violation of protective order for somebody texting somebody to say, please return the children's coats because the weather's getting cold?
That's what their motion amounts to.
Well, no. I mean, I just want to know, is that the allegations?
Your
Yeah.
Honor, yes, so there was a protective order that was agreed to in August, late August of 2022. The defendant then called the complainant several times, and then the last violation is the text about the codes. I will say that this case is just newly indicted, so I have not had a chance to review or talk with the complainant yet, and so we're just
All right, so
here.
is there any objection to a PR bond with well, I really can't do a PR bond legally.
And that's the issue.
I was gonna ask you to do that, Your Honor.
Legally,
Illegally.
So
Legal, oh, no. I will tell you this, illegally, I'm not allowed to do that, but if I could do it, I would grant your client a PR bond. This appears to be a bunch of nonsense to the court.
I think I have maybe $100 cash, Your Honor. Could we do $100 cash bond?
No, I mean, I can't accept cash here. What are we doing? No.
Take credit cards?
So, no. So what are you asking for a bond?
Your Honor, the state's asking for a $3,500 bond and a no contact order.
All right, so come forward, please. We're back on the record. State, do you have any concerns for the complainant's safety?
At this time, Your Honor, the state has not been able to make contact with the complainant, and so I can't say from the last conversation we had, yes, he was concerned for his safety. That was, however, back in February of 2024.
All right, so can somebody tell me, what is the basis for the protective order? What's the underlying facts for the protective order, allegedly?
Allegedly, there were a couple of assaults where this defendant is alleged to have committed against the complainant, as well as, I'm not sure the relation of the second victim, but both of those cases were dismissed. However, it seems like there was a tumultuous divorce, and the agreed protective order was the result of those cases.
And then I have a previous, in the defense's motion, he says there was a previous jury trial
That was out of a different county for a violation of a protective order.
against this complainant. All right, and it was a not guilty verdict.
It was a not guilty.
All right, so this is what the court is gonna do. I'm gonna set your bond at $3,500. I'm gonna place you on GPS. They'll do it at the jail. I'll ask that the fees be waived. You are not to have contact with the complainant. Do you understand? You're not to text him or her. You're not to call them. No contact whatsoever. And with regards to the children's court, this sounds silly to the court, but guess what? I have no control over that, right? So you need to make sure it's done through a third party. If he doesn't pick up with the third party, I'm sorry, you are going to have to buy extra coats for the children. Do you understand? I don't know why adults can't be adults when it's concerning children, but sometimes they can't. That's when the courts step in. So I'm setting your bond at $3,500. If legally I could give you a PR bond, I would, but I can't. And I don't know the entirety of the facts of this case. I'm just going by what the attorneys are telling me. So that's why I'm setting the bond at $3,500. I don't know about the previous cases involving this complainant, but it's as much for your protection as it is for the complainant, so no one will accuse you of anything. Now, with regards to the GPS, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, if you could state your name for the record.
Lucy Burns.
All right, do you have employment?
Yes, sir.
All right, what is your work schedule?
7 to 30.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do with GPS. With regards to the GPS, I'm going to do a tracking. They're going to put in the motion the address and the locations where you're not allowed to be. If you violate the GPS, what's going to end up happening is they're going to come back to me with the violation of the GPS.
Can I state something?
Sure.
When this incident first happened and the texting, he turned me in on that then. And they put me on a GPS and I wore it for 6 months and I have not had any contact with it
Yeah.
in over 3 years.
So are you still on GPS?
No.
She has had no contact with him for 3 years, and for the 6 months she was on that GPS device previously.
Mhm.
And the problem with that, from her perspective,
Mhm.
is if the court orders a GPS, the last time the court ordered a GPS on her, she had to sit in jail for 6 days before they got.
No, they
it
don't
on.
have 6 days here. They have a GPS at the jail. They'll put it on her. Here's the thing, I'm trying to save you money. If however, you want to pay for it for yourself, you can pay for it for yourself. But if you want the free GPS, it'll have to be done at the jail and they'll have it done. If we're able to get you back at the jail quickly, they'll have it done at the latest tomorrow.
And you had to go to work, what time tomorrow?
7:30.
At 7:30 in the morning,
All right.
is that right? 7:30 in the morning?
Yes.
If nobody has any objection, I'll call the jail to see if they can make sure that she has the GPS placed on her tonight.
No objection.
Thank you, Your Honor, I appreciate that.
All right, so the bond is going to be set at $3,500. And if you all can put in the motion, the locations and the names of the people she's not to have any contact with. So I'm telling you this, and I want you to hear me clearly. You're not to call this person, text this person, or anything. If you do any of that, regardless, it's a violation of protective order. Do you understand?
Yes,
And
sir.
it's a violation of my order. And then you're going to come back here because somebody's going to give me a pretrial violation and I'm going to sign it if it appears to be in order. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. I'll write it on here. All right, that will be all. And Ms. Ferguson, we need a date for this, a 30-day reset, please.
We just said for time.
Hang on a second. August 4th.
Here's the thing. You can do a jury trial, you can do a bench trial. If you do a bench trial and come to me, what's going to end up happening is if the state proves their case beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm going to find you guilty. If they don't, I'm going to find you not guilty. And let me explain something to you. You can come to me. I'm going to keep an open mind. But what I can tell you, if there's a protective order in place that says you're not to have contact with him, then you're not to have contact with him. It doesn't matter what it is. You understand? So you can ask your attorney if it's best for you to have a jury trial or a bench trial. If the state proves their case beyond a reasonable doubt, so for a violation of protective order, if they prove to me that there was a protective order in place and it's a legal protective order, right? And that you violated, I'm going to follow the law. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't do a bench trial nullification with the court. You understand? And your attorney will explain that to you. So you want a jury trial?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you all confer and get a jury trial date, please.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna take you and process you and process you and assess you out as fast as possible. Have a question? Appreciate your time, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, who's here on?
Logan.
Did he go get his?
All right, just one moment. I have Anthony Cantrell.
You want me to go holler for him outside, Your Honor?
Oh, no, Anthony Cantrell, I think he's on the Zoom now. Thank you. All right, August 12th, jury trial. All right, Mr. Cantrell, I'm gonna send you in a breakout room with your client. I'll send you to breakout room number 1. All right. Who is here on Elias Solis? Good morning. Is there an application?
Yes, Your Honor.
Probation, there's an application. Court is calling 2025 CR 007297, State versus Elias Solis. Can I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas. Amir Mamori for Mr. Solis, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Solis?
Yes, I am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Solis, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with injury to the to a child or elderly disabled bodily injury? That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand this? You have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State is silent on your application for deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
That is the plea, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. Containing Exhibit 1 with all attachments. No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses, statements, and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any evidence with regards to why the court would grant him deferred adjudication?
Judge, in this case, there is an issue of self-defense. Mr. Solis did present himself to the police. He didn't leave. He was there. He gave them his side of the story. There is an issue of on whether we could take this to trial. But again, he doesn't have much of a prior record. So we'd ask the court to grant him the deferred judge and any additional, if you want to follow some TAP or any mental health issues.
In the police report, it says that he got up and he was upset because there was no food in the refrigerator. I mean, that's what's in the police report. It says, I made the scene and got a statement from Erlinda while using my body-worn camera. Erlinda stated that this morning, Elias Jr. was calling her names and was cussing at everyone. Erlinda stated that Elias Sr. told Elias Jr. that he needs to leave. Elias eventually left the location. Erlinda stated that she left with Elias Sr. and when she got back home, Elias Jr. came back home. Erlinda stated she was in the room when she heard Elias Sr. and Elias Jr. arguing. Erlinda then heard Elias Sr. tell her that she needed to call for the police. Erlinda stated that she stepped out of her room and saw that Elias Jr. punching Elias Sr. with a closed fist. Erlinda stated that Elias Sr. then punched you back trying to defend yourself. Erlinda was able to call the police when Elias Jr. left out the back door. Erlinda stated that she saw Elias Sr. arm bleeding. So why are you living with your father?
Why? Because I have nowhere to go.
How old are you?
I'm 52.
All right, you're 52. You need to get your own place to
Yes,
stay.
I did, ma'am. I bought the house next door to them, but
Why are you living next door to them?
I bought the house next door.
Why?
This was a while back.
And I bet you still go to their house for dinner and everything like that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so here's the thing. You're an adult male.
Yes.
At some point in time, you need to get your own place. All right, you're grown.
Yes, ma'am.
Your parents shouldn't be supporting you anymore. Financially, no.
Yes, ma'am.
And you shouldn't be upset because there's not any food in the refrigerator. You know why? Why didn't you put some food in the refrigerator? If you would have put food in the refrigerator, there would be food in the refrigerator. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not going to grant his application for deferred adjudication. I'm going to find him guilty. You shouldn't be hitting on your father. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact
Yes, ma'am.
with your father
Yes, ma'am.
or his wife, Erlinda.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
There's to be 3 years in prison, suspended and probated. How much probation are you asking for? The length of probation time, state?
They will defer to the court.
What are you
3
referring?
years, Judge. That was our agreement.
All right. I'll do 4 years. If he completes everything early, then the court will consider early termination.
Yes, Judge.
There's a $1,500 fine probated. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who all lives in the home that you say you're now staying at?
Just them two, my mom and my dad.
No, you said you have your own home.
Oh, right now, no, they kept my house.
All right, so you're not living with your mom and dad
Not
anymore.
no more.
All right, do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
All right, there's to be no residing in any household with the elderly. And I'm going to put that at 60 or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits, 1 time per month until further notice, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the anger management course. Once he's completed that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So have you had an alcohol problem in your past? Any mental health issues? All right, probation, is there anything else? It is Elias Solis Senior. And the other person is Orlinda. And I don't have Orlinda Solis. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Bellevue,
Maybe
you and your
future-
client are going to be in breakout room number 2. If you'll go there, please.
Maybe future.
Yes, you may be.
Judge. Judge, just so you know, I have not received the paperwork from Hunter, even though I requested it last week.
All right, they'll send it to you in that breakout room. If you'll let Hunter know. Who's here on Lawrence Cloud?
Oh, yeah, see me, my Tony yet?
You have to be in trial. You can try on the, no, you actually get that one.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
all right. Oh, no, you can leave. I'll take care of him. All right, thank you. I'll send him down.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
All right.
So your attorney, your client wanted to speak to you. He said he hasn't had a chance to speak to you.
We talked today, Your Honor.
We spoke.
We kind of got
At
some
length,
things to do.
Judge, and there is a motion to suppress that has been filed, Your Honor, so we're asking for a setting on that motion to
Is that
suppress.
motion to suppress going to be dispositive?
I believe so, Judge. I mean,
No, I mean, is it or isn't it? Because otherwise it will be run with trial.
it will be dispositive.
All right, state? All right. They're saying that if the motion is granted, of course, the case is done. But if it's not granted, they're saying they're going to enter a plea.
Oh, there's no proof.
That's what that means, dispositive. It means that if,
I take it no proof.
all right, so then we
be
need to,
run with trial,
can you
Judge?
do a jury trial setting, please? If y'all will confer with Ms. Ferguson.
Without.
But I mean, it'll be run with trial, so.
No, I don't know.
All right,
Who's responsible?
how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
You'll have.
For testimony, 2 days.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Jury trial date, they say 2 days.
Responsible because I'm not gonna take no proof off. That's how I'm gonna run the trial. You know, I want to suppress before trial, and you don't have the video.
All right,
John,
your
let me
jury
listen.
trial date is going to be August 5th.
August 5th?
Yes. All right, thank you. And counsel, if you decide, sign the discovery acknowledgement before you leave.
Well, Judge, the state is inquiring about some additional discovery to see if the Helotes Police Department has that discovery available, so that's all we're waiting on.
Judge, I don't believe that it exists, but just as a courtesy to them, I did reach out to confirm that, but to my knowledge right now, that video does not exist. I did reach out to the arresting agency earlier today saying, hey, please confirm whether this video exists or not, and I did confer with Mr. Controlla about that, but I've not heard back as of yet.
All right. All right, so you'll be scheduled for jury trial August 5th, and they'll bring you over dressed for trial.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Sure.
I would like a suppression hearing outside of that because there's some objections to the indictment that I haven't got to put in. I haven't been able to speak with
The
counsel.
objection to the indictment is something completely different than a motion to suppress.
Well, we
You
have.
can
we have-
discuss that with your attorney.
And I will follow the motion.
All right, thank you.
If necessary, Judge.
All right, thank you. Leroy Smith.
So we're gonna find out some justice. That's crazy, you know?
Judge, Mr. Smith's been ill.
Hello.
We don't know what he has. So,
Oh, well, we need to get you out of here.
yes, Judge. Since Friday. he's been-
So do you have all the discovery,
I
counsel?
do have all the discovery. I'm conferring with the state. We're working on a plan, Your Honor, and we'd like to get a regular reset.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Leroy Smith, I need a plea deadline date in 30 days, please.
I'm sorry,
The deadline date for Leroy Smith in 30 days. All right. August 4th, once he signs the reset form, he's excused.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Boy, I seen you, was on,
Okay, thank you.
You went viral.
Oh,
Gone viral?
okay. I have no idea what that means. I have no diseases. What? Right. Yes, sure. Janet Silva. Yes.
I think has a little bit better information than I do, Your Honor.
Judge, so Miss Silva is not on probation, but she was grouped in the group where we were trying to get resources available for behavioral health. I received information this morning that she was found incompetent.
Okay.
Um,
All right, then they're probably going to end up, because of the nature of the offense, if they don't have a stable outpatient for her, they're going to send her to the state hospital till she becomes competent.
so she, from my understanding, he's number 55 on the competency list. And they asked for the in-jail competency restoration program.
Okay.
So as soon as she's off of suicide watch, they're gonna be able to do that.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 45-day reset for Silva. You're welcome. August when?
21st.
All right, August 21st. And what page is Silva on? Thank you. Yes, it's a phantom date. All right, Rochelle Walker. Hi. Thank you.
Tendering a dismissal, Judge.
Thank you. All right, they're tendering dismissal, Ms. Walker, they say, because there is a witness missing. So they're not saying they're dismissing because they don't believe that you're not guilty of this offense. So I'm telling you right now, whatever is going on in your life, you had better do a course correction. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself at somebody's jail or at somebody's prison. Do you understand? If there's a drug or alcohol issue going on and you need help with that, if you come back to the court, if I'm here, I will pick up the phone and call someone to help you. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You normally don't hold it.
Chris Cervantes. Counsel, good morning. Where are we on discovery?
I'm not ready to sign off on a discovery acknowledgement. He was just indicted in May. We got hired June 17th, so I'm still in the process of going through and making sure we have everything.
Okay.
I conferred briefly with Securahan.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset on a discovery for Chris Cervantes, please. 30? All right, August 4th will be your discovery date. Is there anything else?
Judge, if I may,
Mhm.
is it possible to do somewhere around August 15th? That's a Friday, or if the 18th is better for the court, that's a Monday.
We can do August 14th. Norma, I'm sorry, not August 14th. We can do August 11th because he's on Mondays.
I was just trying to pick a date when Charles was here.
Okay.
He is here beginning the 18th, August.
August when?
18th.
All right, Norma set it for August 18th.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, once you sign the reset form, your excuse. Who is here on Christine Mountcastle? Remember, where's her attorney? No, he's no longer on Zoom. Yeah. All right, state, what is happening with Mount Castle?
Tendered an offer today, Your Honor.
All right, could you unmute for me, please?
Yes.
275 officer to 308.
All right, Miss Mopcastle, my understanding is that the state has tendered an offer to your attorney. I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date in 2 weeks. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 2-week reset for a plea deadline date.
What, you made an offer to my attorney?
Yes, and your attorney is gonna discuss the offer with you, okay?
I really appreciate it because I'm innocent, but I can't prove it. And because I was charged with aggravated assault with deadly weapons. Well, I didn't
All
have
right.
any thought in my mind of hurting my husband.
All right, so here's the thing. We're gonna bring you back on July 21st, okay?
July 21st?
Yes.
I hope nothing happens.
Oh, we'll make sure you're brought, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Judge.
All right, thank you so much. And Deputy Laura, could you let them know that on the 21st, she'll need to be in court?
So we're just waiting on paperwork and then.
What time?
It's gonna be 9 a.m.
9 a.m. You hired me to get that.
All right, so here's the thing, Miss Mountcastle, you're gonna have to make sure you're up because for them to transport you, you need to make sure you cooperate, okay?
Okay, bye.
All right, thank you. Okay. Who's here on John Anthony Martinez? Who's here on Travis Shane Smith?
I am.
Are you all ready to proceed?
We are.
Are you proceeding on the motion?
Yeah, sure. 10 days wasn't gonna be enough time to do anything meaningful on the probation.
All right. Court is calling 2016 CR 4751B State versus Travis Shane Smith. Can I have parties announce?
Deputy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Bob Hicks for Travis Smith, Your Honor.
And are you Travis Smith?
I am.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
It's this document.
Yes, ma'am.
You reviewed that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Travis Shane Smith who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2016 CR 4751B for the offense of burglary of a habitation of force on February 13, 2017 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. The state is intending on proceeding violation condition number 5. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Travis Shane Smith, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer in person for the months of September and October 2019 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Sure.
Confirm this.
Your Honor, there is a correction to be made. The state is not proceeding on that violation.
Okay.
The state apologizes. State is proceeding on violation of condition number 17. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Travis Shane Smith, did then and there fail to attend and provide verification of Alcoholics Anonymous / Narcotics Anonymous meetings for the months of May, June, July, August, September, and October 2019 in violation of condition number 17.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
The state will waive and abandon the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objections to the waivers?
None, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 17, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
I do understand that, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 17?
I do so, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 17 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge.
Yes.
The judge is Your Honor, the state is recommending revocation and sentencing. The state understands you've got the full range. We are recommending 5 years, Your Honor.
We understand that it's been revoked. We would like to request 2 years instead of 5. He has, except for the things that he has done spectacularly badly, he was sent to aftercare, excuse me, sent to SATIC and completed that successfully because of a series of drug tests and bad drug tests in 17. He completed the aftercare program, completed outpatient substance abuse. And since the time that this happened, why did you not attend?
You want to raise your right hand for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Travis Shays.
All right, you may proceed.
Is there any reason why you did not attend the Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous process?
It was solely for the reason that.
Just 1 second. Excuse me, if you all could whisper. All right, you can continue.
It was solely for the reason that I did not have any way to complete the money payments into the program. And I did not have, I had felt a sense of fear that if I went in, I would be arrested for not completing motion 17, the non-completion of the alcoholics. Not just last.
Right. But John Jay.
Any other questions?
I felt the shame and fear, Your Honor, of that. And after a while, it became complacency, and I have no one to blame but myself on that. I understand that.
Any other questions?
None, Your Honor.
All right, so here's my question for you. What do you think was going to happen when you didn't report?
I didn't think anything of it at the time, but I knew eventually something like this would come.
No. So you knew that if you did not report, a motion to revoke was going to be filed. Eventually, you were going to be picked up and arrested.
Eventually, I did know that, Your Honor.
So did you ever call probation?
I did not, Your Honor.
All right. So what have you been doing since you have not been reporting?
I've been for just living my life. I've picked up work. I'm steadily gainfully employed.
Doing what?
I'm a welder and fabricator and installer
All right. And how long have you been doing that?
for 3.5 years now.
All right. So why didn't you pay any money? If you've been welding, welding pays good money. Welding pays more than what I make.
That's a fair question, Your Honor. And as I said, it was the simple complacency of not having done it. And I regret now, looking back on it, not having done it.
All right.
I understand it was only my fault.
All right. Anything else, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I need your client to fill out the trial court certification form. He needs to sign that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty, revoke. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. You'll receive credit for successful completion of inpatient treatment. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion,
Yes.
not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
I do understand that.
Good luck to you. Do better, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right. Good luck to you. Thank you, counsel.
Now you have a relatively funny article back in your office about defendants. But I talked to him about what he told you about her two civilians.
Uh,
Have a good day, Jim. No big excuse.
yes. Oh, just one second. Yes, thank you. Let's hear out Arturo Lopez. Hello.
Judge.
Hi, where's Mr. Lopez?
He's right there.
Come down, please. Hi, good morning. All right. All right, so is your client a citizen?
I do not believe so. I have not.
No. No, so he says no. So are you gonna handle the immigration issues or do you need an immigration attorney appointed?
Well, what I'm asking for is for, I think convenience is to maybe reappoint him to somebody that speaks Spanish, because I think probably be better in the big picture.
All right. All right, do you have any objections to this attorney being placed with a Spanish speaking attorney?
No.
All right, your excuse.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, your attorney is going to be Monica Guerrero. She'll get in touch with you. We're going to recall you in 2 weeks. I need a 2-week reset, please. All right, we're going to recall you back on July 21st. Okay. All right, thank you. It's good seeing you.
Your Honor, I also need an interpreter for my case. I'm sorry to jump in, but before she leaves.
Yes, if you'll come forward, who's your client?
Naranjo, Perez Naranjo.
Who is that?
He's coming up.
Can I have his file, please?
Sorry about that, but I thought it was interpreter. I said might as well.
No, no problem. Okay. All right, thank you. And Norma, what page is Lopez on? Oh, thank you. All right, on Mr. Perez Narano, what are we here for?
In restitution, Your Honor, the state and probation will check to see if there was any restitution outstanding or not for
All
the
right,
case.
state. Who is the state's attorney on Perez Narano? It's a debit card abuse and violation of motor vehicle tax. All right, do you know if there's any restitution?
If I could have a minute to double check, because I haven't.
No, no problem. All right, sir, if you have a seat and to the interpreter, we'll call you back if you have to go somewhere else.
I can wait a few minutes.
All right, awesome.
Yes.
All right, just have a seat, sir. All right, okay, I'll take it up. Just give me a second.
Your hat.
All right, Logan. Hello.
How you doing
What you
today?
doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. We had a rough time getting you here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So did you have a chance to confer with your attorney?
A little bit, yes, ma'am. Just need more details.
Oh, okay. So has the competency evaluation been filed?
Yes, it's been filed. We're set in court on the 29th.
Of this month?
Yes, and hopefully by then we'll have the report. It's a status conference. I think that's where we're at.
I do have an affidavit I gave to him. He could give it to you, just so if you could look at it.
Please remain silent. Please remain silent.
All right, so here's the thing, if that's an affidavit, sometimes people have affidavits of non-prosecution or whatever they may have.
Yes,
That's something that your attorney needs to discuss with the state. Because really affidavits or non-prosecution, basically, they usually say, I don't want to prosecute, I don't want you all to prosecute this case, please dismiss it. But as I tell people, it's always the state, on criminal sides, it's the state of Texas versus.
yes, ma'am.
Because if you're charged with a crime, it's supposed to mean that you've offended the state of Texas, not only the person who's the complainant, but the entire state of Texas. So that's why it's the state of Texas versus. Now, if you have an affidavit of non-prosecution from the state of Texas, that's completely different. But just having it from the complainant, it's just usually something for
Doesn't
the
have
state to
any
consider.
affidavit, Judge.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Ferguson, can you recall this for the first week in August? All right, so you're gonna be back in this court on August 4th, so we can get an update of what's happening on your July 29th case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you. August 4th, right? Yeah.
Humberto Lira? Oh, Mr. Lira. I'm doing okay. Listen, you need to make sure that you're on time for court. Have you heard what I've told everybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Like sometimes I have other judges who sit in my place because I have a meeting or I'm at a CLE. Those judges, sometimes when they sit, they don't take into consideration why you're late. It's just that you're supposed to be here at 9, you're not here. And so they end up taking you into custody. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you set this on the next docket day for a criminal trial division, please?
Thank you.
July when? All right, they're gonna bring you back for jury trial on July 22nd. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, sir, just wait here. She'll give you the reset form. John Anthony Martinez. All right, everyone, just give me a moment. Hello, Mr. Bellevue.
Judge.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and has Howie been brought out?
I get you.
Okay,
We're trying to, let's focus on it right now. That's,
all right,
see where we're at on that status.
all right, thank you. And Mr. Bellevue?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, so do you have your paperwork?
I've signed it, and at the jail, they tell me my client has signed it, so it should be coming to you.
All right, let me see what I have. Okay, so state, you may want to check with the paperwork because I don't have any paperwork to sign on my end. The only thing I have is a discovery. Okay,
You had said, earlier that you sent the paperwork to.
all right,
Unless you send it to the clerk, I can call Naya.
all right.
So it looks like it's my process.
All right.
Yeah.
Who is here on Alan Mayo? Hello, how you doing? Fine. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 9481 State versus Alan Paul Mayo. Can I have parties announced?
Duffy Paddock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Anita Pettis for the defense. And are you Alan Paul Mayo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Alan Paul Mayo who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 9481 for the offense of evading arrest, detention, second or more on May 23rd, 2024 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge, the state is alleging violation of condition number 4. In Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Alan Paul Mayo, did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of June and July of 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 2 years in the prison and up to a $500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true
Yes, ma'am.
to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge.
Yes.
That is to continue probationer on probation, but to amend conditions of probation for compliance hearings every 3 months until probationer is back in compliance, and also to amend conditions of probation to include ISP in lieu of gang supervision.
All right, so he's been missing since June of 2024. So where have you been? Do you, well, I mean, if you want to answer questions, I'll have you raise your hand to give testimony or either a defense.
Yeah, that's fine, Judge.
You want to raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Alan Paul Mill.
All right, where have you been?
I was in Killeen doing a motel, 4-story motel for Nick and Sam. They own a bunch of properties in the
Wait a
hill.
minute, I'm sorry, in Killeen for what?
Doing a motel property, for Nick and Sam. They own the Hilton Inn, they own American Best. I was working for them, and then my mom got sick.
First of all, let me break your story down a little
All right.
bit. Number one, did you have permission
No,
from
ma'am.
probation
No,
to be in
ma'am.
Killeen?
No, ma'am, I did not.
All right, so
Sorry.
continue.
All right. And then I came back here for the holidays. I had a little money. I spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, with my mama, and then her birthday was December 29th, and then she died the 7th. She went to the hospital, ICU, life support. My mama, she worked at the petroleum club 26 years. My sister had to take her off life support. It's been an ordeal. So I just kind of got lost in the
Sorry to hear about your mom. So when was she placed in the hospital?
January 6th, week after her birthday.
All right, January 6th of 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so then here's my question for you. Where were you June 2024?
Yeah.
And you didn't report?
No, I went to work.
Where were you in July 2024?
I might have been in Killeen.
Did you report?
No, ma'am.
August,
No, ma'am.
September,
No, ma'am.
October,
No, ma'am.
November,
No, ma'am.
December?
No, ma'am.
I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. Okay? All right, the court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. The court will recommend the therapeutic community, and there's a $500 fine, time and money to run concurrently. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, on Essex, I'm still waiting for paperwork to come through on my end. I haven't received any.
Acknowledge.
All right. And do y'all have an update on the restitution for Pettis Milano?
Oh, Jenny, you're on right, sorry.
All right, Pettis Milano? All right, so is there any restitution?
We have not received any evidence to present to the court regarding restitution.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. The court is calling 2024 CR 3071 and 2024 CR 3072, State versus Miguel Perez Naranjo. Can I have parties announce?
Megan Galloway for the state.
And Susan Darza for the defense, sorry.
And are you Mr. Perez Naranjo?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name.
Norma Nero.
All right, thank you. All right, so we're here for a restitution hearing. Off the record, the state has informed the court that they have not received any documentation of a restitution amount. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, the court will note for the record that the defendant entered his plea of guilty on September 12th, 2024. So the court has been awaiting restitution since that date, and so has the defendant. With that being said, because there's no restitution amount presented, defense, are you asking for the court to close the issue of restitution?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then the restitution will be closed. I'm sorry, probation. There's no restitution amount. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yaya, I'll put you in breakout room number 2. She's gonna swear your client. Yes, thank you. Okay, no more paperwork after this. Yeah. Thank you.
I just had a coach for a little bit now.
Yeah, no more paperwork after this. Who's here on Ashley Peel?
That was Victoria, she just walked.
All right.
I'll go to you.
All right, thank you.
For now.
Mr. Howie, don't you do?
Hmm?
Mr. Howie, I'm still waiting on a call back from.
All right, so if you can come back this afternoon, either in person or by Zoom, I want Mr. Howie's case taken care of today.
I understand.
All right, thank you.
Well, I'm waiting for a call back from them.
Okay.
Around the corner.
Hi. No problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Ms. Peel, if you'll come forward. All right, Ms. Peel, you were scheduled for a bench trial today. The state has tendered a dismissal to the court. They're saying that it's a missing witness. They're not saying they don't believe you committed the offense. They're just saying it's because of a missing witness. So whatever brought you here today, you need to make sure you do better. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself at somebody's jail or maybe somebody's prison. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Can I
you.
bring
Have a good one.
things?
Yes.
I have an MTR on the docket. I'll be back for that one as well.
All right, thank you. What page is Peel on? Thank you. Okay, that's gonna come out at 1:30. John Anthony Martinez. That's gonna be 1:30. All right, so I'm just waiting for the paperwork to come to me, and once it does, I'll take up your matter, council. So this will be the last case I take up before recess.
Well, I appreciate
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. Oh, no problem. So as soon as it's given to me, I'll take it up. Oops, sorry. You're welcome.
The pictures for right now?
We just have this one person that's by Zoom. And as soon as the breakout rooms close, I'll take that up. All right. Yes. Court is calling 2025 CR 004431 State versus Kimberly Renee Essex. Could I have parties announced?
Hunter Morris for the state judge.
Michael Bellable from Miss Essex.
All right, Miss Essex, if you can unmute for me, please.
Hi, Your Honor Boyd.
All right, are you Kimberly Essex?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a right to appear in person for this plea. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections to the court taking your plea by Zoom?
Yeah. No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, any objection to taking this plea by Zoom?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and defense, state any objection to taking the plea by Zoom?
No, Judge.
All right, and defense, you have not,
Yeah, that initially, like, my thing.
defense, you have not signed the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all of the discovery?
I have, Your Honor. I thought I signed it this morning.
I have a document where it's not signed.
I apologize.
All right. Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications?
There is, Judge. It's an opposed offer.
All right, the court does not have the application for deferred. Is she applying for deferred adjudication or community supervision?
Straight probation, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Essex, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Now it's unmuted.
All right.
Stay on this.
Do you know how to mute and unmute yourself?
Well, last time I did that, I'm not allowed to touch the screen, so.
All right, so I'm giving you permission to unmute yourself because there's a lot of noise coming from your end. It's making it difficult for me to hear and the court reporter to hear. So in this case, are you applying for community supervision, which is a form of probation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, two things. The state is proceeding on count 4, paragraph A. That's an exploitation of elderly charge.
Just 1 second. Could I have a file stamp for a plea, please? No problem. All right, thank you. All right, so state, you said you're proceeding on which ones, please?
Count 4, Judge, paragraph A, exploitation charge.
And are you waiving everything else?
Yes, Judge, and then we have an oral amendment.
All right, and what is any objection to the waiver?
No, Your Honor.
And what is the oral amendment?
The oral amendment on count 4, paragraph A, Judge. It's a part in the middle that reads an elderly person 65 years of age or older. The amendment is following the word older to add hereinafter styled complainant.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
And Judge, as to the enhancement paragraphs, the state is waiving one of the 2 enhancement paragraphs, Judge, Ms. Essex or repeater.
All right, and which paragraph are you waiving?
The first of the 2, so the one that is included in the judicial admission, Judge, is the Travis County Judgment D1 DC 14-204703.
All right, so that's the one you're waiving.
That is one we're keeping.
Oh, you're keeping that one, okay. All right, any objection to the waiver of the first paragraph under the enhancement allegation?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Essex, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
She said she gave me permission. Yes, Your Honor, I did. Thank you.
All right, you're charged with exploitation of the elderly. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow the plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes,
Ms. Essex, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 4, paragraph A. They are waiving all other counts. You to agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Your punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. The state is opposed to your application for community supervision. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant and to Broadway Bank and Bank of America. And there's to be no contact with the complainant or the complainant's family. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
it is the plea, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. Sorry.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Ms. Essex?
Oh,
how-
no contest, no contest, I plead, sorry.
And to the enhancement, how do you plead? True or not true?
True for the enhancement.
State any evidence.
State tender state warrant attachments, Judge.
Any objections?
No objections.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. It's not muted again, is it? Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Kind of bombard.
All right, after viewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Counsel, sentencing can take place in 12 weeks. That's when probation will have the PSI done. Or if you would like to, we can come back sooner and you can call whatever witnesses you would like call. Which do you prefer? We can go off the record.
I know my client wants to come back sooner than 12 weeks.
All right, do you want it recalled in 2 weeks for sentencing?
I will still be here.
All right, or do you want it recalled on Thursday? State, would you be ready on Thursday for sentencing?
Judge, the only question I would have, I don't know if defense was going to ask, is if she can be evaluated in custody. My understanding is she'll be asking for supervision. So I would, if that's the case, this court would be inclined to grant that. I would have her evaluated for eligibility for patient programs and possibly the MIC supervision.
All right, so he's saying that he doesn't want a PSI because that's the MIC evaluation, the TAP evaluation, all of that is going to be 12 weeks.
Okay, well, then no objection.
All right, then. If my client needs those evaluations. So if it's going to take 12 weeks, then it's going to have to take 12 weeks, but she needs the evaluations.
All right, then it's going to be a PSI and a MIC evaluation and TAP evaluation, and that'll be done in custody. What date, Ms. Ferguson?
September 29th.
All right, we'll see you back on
Attention all
September
units,
29th.
officer, complete your task of policy at this time. All
My
officers,
client
complete your
would want me
task.
to ask if there's any way she can do those evaluations and the PSI outside of the jail.
No,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome. So September 29th will be your date. If it's completed sooner, then we'll have you back sooner.
All right,
Oh,
thank you,
okay.
Judge.
Mike,
I'll do a meeting with you.
okay, please, you'll do a
Okay.
meeting with me?
Yes.
I sent the cert since Saturday. The consent, the cert.
What do I do, wait?
We're just dealing with where we are now.
Yeah, I'll set one up.
Yeah.
You can just go for now. I'll set one up later.
Oh, you'll set another meeting up before that time?
All right, we'll see you all back on
Yes.
September 29th. Thank you. All right, and everyone else, we'll be back at 1:30.